Good morning, Davie. I'm Braulio Rosa, your Public Information Officer, and welcome to Davie Talks. I'm happy to have our Mayor Tom Truex. Good morning, Mayor.
Morning, Braulio. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Well, the big talk around the entire state is tax cuts and budget cuts. Can you just give us some of your thoughts on that, Mayor?
Right. Well, in general, less taxes are better. Every year since I've been involved with the Davie Town Council, I've encouraged that we cut the tax rate and be as efficient as we can. So, you know, it's not all bad. But having said that, before the legislature passed some of the things they did in their last session, I was pretty critical of some of their ideas. So I guess to be consistent, I ought not to say it's a great thing now that they've done it. Some of the cuts they've made are going to, you know, require some pretty serious belt tightening in government, and that's belt tightening is not a bad thing. But some of the services that are provided by town of Davie and the county and every municipality probably are going to be scaled back to some degree even this year. And if you read the newspapers or watch the regular news, you probably have heard some of those things. I think in Davie, we are probably in better shape than in some of the local government. Nobody is really talking about firing or laying off public safety personnel, police or fire. Nobody's talking about really scaling back on park hours or programs or things like that. But so far, where some of the cuts are probably going to come out of is level of maintenance that you see around town. The grass is not going to be cut as often. The parks, the swale areas, the medians that the town maintains, I think it's reasonable to say that the maintenance schedule is going to be not what it was in the past, and probably some residents are going to see that and not like it. Some of it we're going to be looking to recoup some things that traditionally have had no or very low fees. We'll try to recoup some fees from users. For example, some of our sports programs. We like to keep those fees very low for our residents. Residents pay taxes. You have supported bonds, and those things are on your tax bill. So we don't like to charge the parents an extraordinary amount, but some of those fees will probably go up. The pool might not be heated as much in the winter, things like that. So at this point, you know, we're talking about scaling back, and it's things that the average resident is going to notice. But you know, hopefully we're hoping to stave off those major things. It's really going to be probably a matter of not moving forward. We're going to be retrenching a little bit, and every year I like to say that we provide better services, more services to the residents for the same or less money. But this year, in the future, at least in the immediate next couple of years, we're probably going to be looking at providing the same or slightly less services in some areas for less money. Some things like Davie TV. I think Davie TV for the immediate future will be okay, but I know, Braulio, you've looked at things like streaming TV, having content for Davie residents on the internet. And we've looked at things like a AM radio in time of hurricane or other disaster that residents could tune in at a radio station where they would have immediate information about the town of Davie. Believe it or not, you know, but maybe the people listening to the interview don't realize that sometimes when you rely just on television or the main radio stations, they do a good job, but sometimes the information that's very particular and very important to residents that live in Davie is not always 100%. So things like that are going to be on the back burner for a little while.